From the Collins Aerospace Studio at the Nordloff Center in downtown Rockford, it's time for Bergstrom's State Line Quiz Bowl.
And welcome to the Collins Aerospace Studio here at the Nordloff Center. I'm Greg Peterson, and this is season 12 of Bergstrom's State Line Quiz Bowl. We're back, and we've got two teams that will be very familiar to our audiences at home. We've got the Belvidere North Blue Thunder and the Oregon Hawks. Let's start with Belvidere North, who's been part of Quiz Bowl since season 1 and has made their way to the final 4 different times. They're the season 8 champs, and they're looking for another deep run. Justin, you're the captain. Let's meet you and your team.
My name is Justin. I'm captain of the Belvidere North State Line Quiz Bowl team, coached by Mrs. Stites and Coach Weber. On my left is Ethan, on my close right is Jack, and on my far right is Ricky.
Welcome back. And facing off against them, another team for whom it's year 12. It's the Oregon Hawks. The Hawks' best run was a Final Four finish back in the very first season of the program when they lost to Belvidere North. So we'll see if today is a little bit different. Gwen, you're the captain. Let's meet you and your team.
I'm Gwen, captain of the Oregon high school team, coached by Miss Gwynn and Mrs. Greenwood. And to my far left is Virginia, to my left is Eleanor, and to my right is Lee. Welcome to you as well. Now, we've got a new season for you, but the rules are the same as always. We start off with the buzz-in round, which this season is powered by IBEW NECA. Everyone's on the buzzer here, 10 points for a right answer. Let's play some Quiz Bowl. Question 1. The singer notes "We Were Forever" for the title amount of time in what lead single from the 2024 album, The Tortured Poets Department? That's Ethan.
Taylor Swift.
Incorrect. Oregon with a chance to buzz if they want it. And that is time. Taylor Swift is the artist. We were looking for the song. That's Fortnite. Everybody's back in. Next question. What text, written by Francis Bellamy to promote the Chicago World's Fair, describes one nation that is indivisible and is recited in U.S. schools? That's Eleanor.
The Pledge of Allegiance.
Is right. 10 points. What disease, which is caused by degeneration of neurons in the brain's substantia nigra, is characterized by impaired balance and bodily tremors? That is Ethan.
Alzheimer's.
Sorry, no. And I was done with the question. Eleanor?
Parkinson's disease.
Is correct. Parkinson's disease. In a 1945 novel by Evelyn Waugh, Sebastian Fleisch grows up at what title mansion that's later revisited by the artist Charles Ryder? That's just not in time, sorry. That's Brideshead. Brideshead Revisited is the book. Next question. What Canadian athlete was named the NBA's MVP in the, that is Justin?
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Is right, nice buzz. And if you just gave me SGA, I was gonna make you give me the whole thing. What term that describes laws mostly repealed in 594 BC by Solon refers to an Athenian lawmaker whose legal code carried many severe, that is Justin.
Hammurabi.
No, sorry, and I'll finish the question. Whose legal code carried many severe punishments? That's Eleanor?
Barbarian.
Worth a shot, but no, Draconian. His name was Draco. In 1811, what Catholic priest delivered the Cry of Dolores, which sparked Mexico's War of Independence from Spain? That is Ricky. What you got?
Thomas Aquinas.
Nope. And I was done, so we now have time for Oregon if they want to try it. And that's time. That's Father Manuel Hidalgo. Father Hidalgo. What title character washes bottles at Mr. Murdstone's warehouse, marries Agnes Wickfield, and foils Uriah Heep in a novel by Charles Dickens? Ethan.
A Tale of Two Cities.
No, sorry, and I was done. Eleanor?
Wait, sorry, is it Great Expectations?
No, sorry, that's David Copperfield there. A dark surface region called Galileo Regio is found on what largest Galilean moon, which has its own magnetic field? That is Justin?
Io.
No, sorry. And Eleanor?
Titan.
No, this is Ganymede, largest in the solar system. Next question. What king of Phrygia kindly took care of the drunk satyr Silenus, which caused Dionysus to bless him with a touch that could turn anything into gold? That's Ethan.
Midas.
Good speed, yes. The haka is a ceremonial performance in the culture of what people who are... Jack?
New Zealand.
Sorry, no. I'll finish the question. What people who are indigenous to New Zealand? Virginia?
Maui.
Yes, the Maori there. Very close, Jack. What state is home to Mount Katahdin, the northernmost point on the Appalachian Trail, and the town of Bar Harbor, which is near Acadia National Park? Eleanor?
Maine.
Is right. And that is the end of the round. So we've got Belvidere North 20, Oregon 40. New season's up and running. We'll see you again right after this. And welcome back. It is time for the volleyball round, where instead of playing as solo players working together, the teams are actually going to get to collaborate with their teammates. But before we get to the volleyball round questions, I would like to thank today's judge, which is Michelle Markham, the Public Information Officer for the Rockford Police Department. We couldn't be doing this without our judges, who are making sure everything is on the up and up and that there's nothing borderline in the calls that we make. So thank you for helping out today. So teams, the volleyball round, we know that the answers are going to have to come from the captains. You're having only 5 seconds to get the answer to the captain and to me. Alternating questions. They don't rebound to the other team if you get them wrong. Everybody ready? We're going to start with Oregon. Here we go. What city is overlooked by Montjuic Hill, contains the Park Güell, is the capital of Catalonia, and is the second most populous city in Spain?
Barcelona.
Is right. Belvidere North. What country wears Chevron drills in the Tengiz oil field near the Caspian Sea is a Central Asian nation led by Kasim Yomart Tokayev from Astana?
Kazakhstan.
Yes. Oregon. What American artist, who included a green fire hydrant in Early Sunday Morning, depicted 4 people in a corner diner in his painting Nighthawks?
Pass.
That one's Edward Hopper. Belvidere North, in 1170, Thomas Becket was serving in what highest religious office in England when he was murdered by knights, potentially acting on behalf of King Henry II?
Cardinal.
No, he was Archbishop of Canterbury. Oregon. What ruler, who was succeeded by Fyodor I, ordered the Oprichniki to sack Novgorod and was a Tsar of Russia nicknamed for his fearsome demeanor?
Ivan the Terrible.
Is right. Belvidere North. What author described a besieged city in his Sevastopol sketches and portrayed a woman's affair with Count Vronsky in his novel Anna Karenina?
Johnson.
No, that's Leo Tolstoy there. Oregon. The final Caprice by what violin virtuoso inspired a set of 24 variations in a Rhapsody by Sergei Rachmaninoff?
Pass.
That is Niccolo Paganini. Belvidere North. What particle discovered by James Chadwick is composed of 1 up and 2 down quarks, has 0.1% more mass than a proton, and has 0 charge?
Neutron.
Is right. Oregon. What party, led by Cyril Ramaphosa, lost its majority in South Africa's parliament in 2024 for the first time in 3 decades?
Democratic.
No, sorry, it's the ANC, the African National Congress. Belvidere North. What video game company, once known as Jellyvision, created the games Madverse City, Trivia Murder Party, and Fibbage for their namesake party packs?
Jackbox.
Yes. Oregon. What Southern Baptist minister advised 13 U.S. presidents and hosted many namesake evangelical crusades?
Pass.
That one's Billy Graham. And that is the end of the round, and it has stayed close. We've got Belvidere North 50, we've got Oregon 60, and we're going to start playing for something other than points in a moment. See you then.
What 1985 film stars Michael J. Fox, involves a time-traveling DeLorean, and spawned 2 sequels?
It's time for today's Bergstrom bonus question, which this season is sponsored by the GameStar Arcade in Durand. You're playing for a pizza and ice cream party with one single question on the buzzer. Good luck. What 1985 film stars Michael J. Fox, involves Justin?
Back to the Future.
Well done.
Nice.
Great speed there before I even said DeLorean. So that is a pizza and ice cream party compliments of GameStar Arcade in Durand. We'll be back in for the lightning rounds just after this break. Welcome back. We've got 110 total points on the board, and now a round where there's 200 points at stake in this round alone. It's time for our first lightning rounds of the season. Belvidere North, you're going to have your first pick of the 3 categories here, which are the head and neck, animal terms, and islands in the Caribbean.
Animal terms.
Or what do you head and neck? That can be like accessories.
Head and neck.
Okay. So you're getting the head and neck coming your way. I'm going to want you to answer the following about the head and neck. So not a lot of extra information. There you go. We got 10 questions. Remember, I need all the answers coming from your captain, who is Justin. You got a minute on the clock. Here we go. The sense relayed from the nose through olfactory nerves.
Smell.
Yes. Bones also called the mandible and maxilla.
Jaw.
Yes. Facial structures whose outer edges are marked by the vermilion border.
Pass.
Okay. The fleshy structure that prevents food from entering the windpipe.
Esophagus.
No. Lymphoid organs with adenoid and palatine types.
Pass.
Veins in the neck that drain blood from the head.
Jugular.
Yes. Fluid surrounding the brain that is collected in a spinal tap.
Pass.
Okay. The lobe of the cerebrum that processes vision.
Occipital.
Exhibital.
Yes. The bone in the neck not connected to any other bone.
Pass.
The soft spots in infant skulls where bones have not fully joined together.
Temporal.
No. Facial structures whose outer edges are marked by the vermilion border.
Dimples.
No. Lymphoid organs with adenoid, and we are out of time there, but you did get 4 of those for 40 points. So we're going to have answer the following about the head and neck. You've got 30 seconds, as many as 6 ready for you. Here we go. Facial structures whose outer edges are marked by the vermilion border.
Cheekbones.
No. Fleshy structure that prevents food from entering the windpipe.
Pass.
Lymphoid organs with adenoid and palatine types.
Tonsils.
Yes. The fluid surrounding the brain that is collected in a spinal tap.
Spinal fluid.
Prompt. Give me something more specific.
Pass.
Okay? The bone in the neck and we are out of time. So I'll just tell you right now, that one's called the cerebrospinal fluid, or CSF for short. The vermilion border, that's the outside edge of your lips. Then we have the fleshy structure that stops food from going down the wrong pipe is called the epiglottis. The bone in the neck that's not connected to any other bone, it's right where the Adam's apple is on men. It's called the hyoid bone, and it's just floating in there. And these soft spots in infant skulls where the bones haven't fully joined together are called the fontanelles. So that's 40 there with 10 stolen, and then Oregon, you're going to have your own pick of our 2 remaining categories, which are animal terms and islands in the Caribbean.
Animal terms.
Okay. Here there is actually a little bit of extra information for you. Give these terms and phrases that include the names of animals. All the answers need to come from Virginia. You got a minute on the clock. Here we go. The runway that fashion models traverse.
Catwalk.
Yes. Long, free-hanging hair tied at the back of the head.
Ponytail.
Yes. Ice cream sundae made with caramel and pecans.
Moose tracks.
No. Two-word phrase for a score of 0 in a game.
Pass.
The predatory moneylender named for a type of fish.
Loan shark.
Yes. Hypothetical space-time anomaly that connects distant parts of the universe.
Wormhole.
Yes. Creased flap on the corner of a page.
Dog ear.
Yes. Wide-angle camera lens that produces distorted images.
Fisheye.
Yes. A misleading clue in a mystery.
Red herring.
Yes. The British term for a pedestrian crosswalk.
Pat.
Okay.
Pass.
Two-word phrase for a score of 0 in a game. And we are out of time there, but you got 7 of those. Well done. So we have 3 coming over your way, Belvidere North. Again, give me these terms and phrases that include the names of animals. Everything coming from Justin, 30 seconds on the clock. Here we go. An ice cream sundae made with caramel and...
Coyote tracks?
Say again?
Coyote tracks?
No. A two-word phrase for a... Yes. And a British term for a pedestrian crosswalk.
Crossroad. Penguin Street.
Catwalk?
Worth a shot, but no. And you've now taken shots on everything. So you got the one. Well done. Ice cream sundae with caramel and pecans specifically. I see what both teams are going for, but that's a turtle sundae. And then the British term for a pedestrian crosswalk, because of those black and white stripes, they call it a, well, what we would say zebra crossing. They say zebra crossing, which is even more British. So that is 70 and then 10 stolen. So we have a 40-point margin going into our final round where every single question is going to be 20 points right there on its own. This is going to be a fun one. We'll see you in a moment. And it is time for our first final challenge of the season. Right now, it's Belvidere North with 100, Oregon with 140. This round is brought to you by Rockford University. So fingers on buzzers, 20 points for every right answer. It's been a great game. Good luck, both teams. What quantity, which is measured at the meniscus in namesake flasks, that's Justin.
Viscosity?
Sorry, no. I'll finish the question. In namesake flasks is inversely proportional to pressure in Boyle's law and has units of liters. Eleanor?
Volume.
Yes. Next question. What Venetian woman who loses a handkerchief with a strawberry pattern is suffocated to death by her husband in William Shakespeare's Othello? That's Jack.
Jane.
No, sorry. And I was done with the question. And that is time. Her name is Desdemona. Next question. What country, which worked to repay creditors after 2005 and 2010 credit swaps, pushed its claim to the Falkland Islands under Christina Kirchner? That's Jack.
Germany.
Sorry, no. Eleanor?
Zimbabwe.
No, kind of a Germanic name on her, but it's Argentina there. What novel, which is narrated by Chief Bromden and centers on rebellious Randall McMurphy, takes place in a mental institution and is by Ken Maya?
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Yes, well done. From 1969 to 2004, Yasser Arafat was chairman of what organization whose largest faction is Fatah? That's time. That's the PLO in Palestine. What molecule that has minor and major grooves running along its sugar-phosphate backbone had its structures... That is Maya.
Ribosomes?
No, sorry, and I'll finish the question. Had its structure studied by Rosalind Franklin. Kyle.
DNA?
Is correct. The towering endless column was designed by what Romanian sculptor who represented the essence of flight in his bird in space sculptures? Tough one there. His name is Constantin Brancusi, spelled Brancusi. What monarch, who legendarily wielded the sword Joyeuse, was a son of Pepin the Short, who ruled as king of the Franks in the late 8th century? Time. That one's Charlemagne. A form of cellular movement is named after what single-celled protozoans that extend part of their cytoplasm called pseudopodia? Ethan?
Absorption.
Nope. Sorry. Eleanor?
Protozoa.
No, these are amoebas. It's called amoeboid movement. Next question. What author of The Passions of the Soul also wrote the Meditations on First Philosophy, where his doubts led him to write, I think, therefore I am? Ethan?
Nietzsche.
No, sorry, but I was done with the question. Eleanor?
Rene Descartes.
Is correct. And that is the game. Excellent game, both teams. So we got a final score there of 120 for Belvidere North. It's been great seeing you again, and I know we're going to see you next season as well. Oregon 200, well done. This is one of the standouts in our competition, and you just knocked them out in the first round, so well done. It's been great being back, everyone. We'll see you for more gameplay all season. See you next time.